Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manata. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk.
Howdy and aloha, everybody. It's James with Montauk. It is 3:35 a.m. in the morning. Well, I work nights, so that's just the way it works. It's August already, the 4th of 2023. I did a show earlier, and the volume was off the entire show. Anyway, it was about Idris Alba. He's a tool of the World Economic Forum, and now he's being praised for what climate change crap. Okay, and that's what we're kind of going to get into. If you saw the beginning of that, we must not allow the World Economic Forum and associates to continue to degrade our species throughout the entire universe. If they succeed, we'll become a threat to every single species or intelligent life everywhere. If the World Economic Forum is willing to kill its own, then would you trust us? That's a good question. These aren't the saviors we need. That's my. That's whoever is in, whomever out there believes or thinks that the world. Nobody's going to come on here, so I'm just going to do this. Believes or hints or thinks that the World Economic Forum is the savior, is the um, answer, is the only way forward to stop us from extinction or whatever. They're the problem. And they have, what people need to understand is they have tons of money, tons of fucking money. Uh, the billions of dollars, the millions of dollars, and the hundreds of millions of dollars. And they have advertising firms and production companies. They've got Disney in their pockets. They've got, I mean, we're talking BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, um, JP Morgan, you name it, some of the biggest corporations out there. And they've got these giant NGOs, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, it's just endless. This is a very gigantic entity of a bunch of predator class pedo-predators. They're pedo-predator class. That's what I call them because they're a bunch of fucking weirdos. And they're controlling everything. They have their hands and fingers and tentacles in weapons of mass destruction across the planet, the greatest technology across the planet, the greatest actors. I mean, everything. Um, it is. Klaus Schwab even said, "God damn it, little son." He's been working on climate change since 1971, but not the way that you think he is, not the way most people believe he is. He's been rigging this for a long time. Oh my gosh. Oh. Anyway, a little freaking fly. Can't believe one snuck in here. And of course, he's going to bug the fuck out of me. I'm going to let you go for now, you little son of a bitch. All right. What are we looking at? This shit for brains actor. I know you guys like Idris Elba. He's a great actor. Da, 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 is a World Economic Forum young globalist. Okay? He just did a movie called Hijack. So I'm just throwing out there, watch out for the false flags regarding flying. Because they don't want people communicating. They don't want people coming together. They don't want people having discussions, debating, and debunking a lot of this crap that they're putting out. It also, you can see, if I've got this right, let me see if it's in there. Yeah, here we go. Why did I do that? We gotta do it again. Sorry about that. Whatever, fuck. Yeah, there's a ton of crap that these guys are putting out. This is pretty new here. It's called Racing Extinction. And I'm going to play you a little bit of it and show you a little bit of it. And it's pretty outlandish. It's fucking crazy. It's nuts. And here, let's just watch a little bit of it now.
The things that we're used to eating may not be available anymore, and we may need to transition to, eating jellyfish or something like that. Start a new trend.
It sounds a bit silly, change your diet and save the planet, but if humans could become vegetarians now, it would make a massive difference.
Okay, so I'm going to pick through this because I need you to see what they're advertising. This is marketing. Remember, these people have an amazing budget of filmers, producers, so they can make this very compelling. They can put up props and acts and sacrifice this and that and people and animals and all kinds of things. So they're claiming, and this is the fucking weird part, okay? And I'm going to get to this. This is just fucking, this is the most nuttiest thing I've fucking ever seen in my life. Hold on, it's coming. Where is it? They move through this crap pretty fast. Was that 2030? Yeah, here it is. Let's see here.
Transportation sector.
Yeah.
Than we are on meat, milk, and eggs, the greater the CO2 and methane emissions. Cattle and ruminants of all kinds.
Look at that. So what they're doing is, if you can see, there's an exhaust port chambered in the cow's gut, so they can show the emissions of the farting.
Produce methane as a byproduct of breaking down grass and other things that they feed on.
Let's see, look at that. They zoom in. This is an amazing amount of money to fool you into this shit.
So the contractions are pushing this gas out from the stomach,
And
going
they're
through here
watching
in the
all
one-way
this
valve.
inside of this
Look at
fucking
that.
cow.
If humans could become vegetarians now, it would make a massive difference.
That's what they were doing. They're looking in
By
the cow.
far and away, the biggest factor in terms of this mass extinction is destroying.
Potent as a climate changing gas than is CO2. So it doesn't take very much methane to make a difference.
A cow can basically fill up a 55-gallon garbage bag full of methane every day.
Look at that shit.
One cow's not a problem, but now we have 1.5 billion of them.
Out from the stomach, going through here in the one-way valve.
Yes, and
into the
after
bag.
this, we collect inside the bag.
So how long has that bag been collecting gas?
Only 2 hours.
Methane is something like 22 times more potent as a climate changing gas than is CO2. So it doesn't take very much methane to make a difference.
A cow can basically fill up a 55-gallon garbage bag full of methane every day. One cow's not.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. They punctured holes inside of cows so they can release the methane, the farting. Are you guys fucking watching this? This is seriously fucking happening. These people are, and the way they portray, you've got to see the money involved in this, the scare, the constant, the advertisement, the fear, the scare, the threat. It continues. And they're good at it. They're fucking good at it. Oh my God, it's fucking amazing. Now, what I want to see and what you don't get to see, which I'm going to look into, and many have. Now, in regards to this topic, right?
Arctic Ocean now increasingly is exposed. In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer. We have sea ice, which is melting at a rate that the Arctic Ocean now increasingly is exposed. In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer. We have sea ice, which is melting at a rate that the Arctic Ocean now increasingly is exposed. In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer.
Yeah. So that never happened. And most of their predictions did not happen. I mean, across the board. Across the board. It's fucking ludicrous. Ludicrous. Now, they invest a lot of money and a lot of time. So they want you to send their money to you. Okay? I don't know what that's about. But anyway. And it's compelling. I get it. It's extremely compelling. The props, the staging, the production, the music, the sound. It's a fucking production. See if I can. Hold on. What did I do with that? Is that the empty one? It's all a fucking show. It's a fucking show. And you're going to say, well, show me it's a show. So I was just going to show you a show. Hang on. Give me a second. I'm going to show you a show. I'm going to show you a show. A second. What the fuck did I do with that? Shit. Of course. Alright. I don't know if you can see behind me. Maybe I should fix that. But what that is I'm a Star Trek guy. I watch Star Trek all the time. Yeah, it's got a little woke here and there, and I've captured it and showed people on my channel and all the fucking stupid shit they've done. But some of it's pretty cool. But this last one, they did a musical in Star Trek. I was so mesmerized by some of the stuff that has led up to the season. This is season 2. This is Strange New World. It's good. I just, I want us to reach out into the universe, but not with these fucking people. But this one right here, I thought it was very well done. I was very impressed. Right? It was a production, but keep in mind, I believe Captain Pike is Captain Pike. The first officer is the first officer. Right? And then they do the fucking musical, and I'm just like, they're a bunch of fucking actors. They're a bunch of actors. I am not saying that these people, these scientists, are not scientists. I just know that their funding and their direction can be compromised. Just as I've stated in academia, and just as many other scientists, virologists, geologists, any ologists have clearly and totally, in time, have challenged each other and the science. I don't see the challenge here. You never see the challenge. They put out the production. This is the way it is. There's nothing to challenge. Right? I want to see, anytime you see one of these, you don't see the other side of it. There's nobody here saying, so you hooked up a bunch of cows, a few cows, and watched their methane or CO2 go out into the atmosphere or in a fucking bag, which looks really weird and not very nice. You know, I mean, is that humane? I don't know. And these are these fucking people. It's just fucking crazy. It's crazy to me. Yes, and it is crazy. It is crazy. But, I don't know, yeah, you can see that. So they do a fucking musical in episode 9, season 2. And I've got to tell you, everything you see and everything you're going through, most of it, right? Like, for example, here, Idris Elba, right? Who is Idris Elba? I'll tell you who Idris Elba was and how he got started.
The last time British actor Idris Elba was in Davos during the World Economic Forum, it was to perform as a DJ at a party with R&B superstar Mary J. Blige. Almost a decade later, the versatile artist is back in the Swiss Alpine village with his wife in a very different role as an advocate for food security and efforts to combat climate change. The Elbas, who were honored life in a very different role as an is back in the Swiss Alpine village with his wife in a very different role as an advocate for food wife in a very different role. Versatile artist is back in the Swiss Alpine village with his wife in a very different role as an advocate for food security and efforts to combat climate change. The Elbas, who were honored for their work with the 2023 Crystal Award, called on businesses and political leaders to provide more support to the world's poorest countries in the form of investment rather than aid.
More money. Do you see what's going on here? All right. Where did he say? I think I can just frickin' type it up. John Kerry, more money. I bet you I'll find it. What?
Staying with climate change, I spoke earlier today with John Kerry, President Biden's special envoy for climate, at an event sponsored by the Center for Global Development. Here are some edited excerpts from our wide-ranging conversation. I asked whether he still believes Congress will approve more money to help poorer countries adapt to climate change, given the political divisions and high oil prices.
I have hopes that still the Congress can pass the climate legislation. I know folks are talking even now in these next days, and I remain very hopeful that we can get some kind of a climate piece of legislation. It is really hard for me to fathom that the United States Senate that I served in for 28 years, when we used to be able to deal with each other on a bipartisan basis and get things done, something phony out there. We wanted to know this was something percent reduction. I think we're quite on track. Of a few weeks ago, out so long that it's adding to the problem in the long term.
You mentioned, Secretary Kerry, backsliding by others, given what's going on in Ukraine, given the current political, the current economic environment. Some of that backsliding has come on the part of the Biden administration.
And by the way, as I said, gas over the next few years, as long as you have a plan, what you're going to see around, we're going to make choices based on economics. Fortunately, that requires a temporary effort to make sure there's enough supply of fuel, are not priced for some realities.
Secretary John Kerry, who has...
Fuck him. I'm looking for it where he just screams out, more money, we just need more money. Right? That's all he says. And I probably should have had that, but you can look it up. I'll find it. But anyway, my point is, and the point is today is, and this isn't going to be long, is these guys are all fucking actors, right? Everything you're seeing on the news, right? The news, most of these people are just fucking actors. They're not doing anything to save you. They're not doing anything to help you. Nothing. So let me explain this. So you now do yourself a favor. Go to ewg.org, edwardwhiskeygolf.org, right? And put in your zip code and find out all the crap that's in your water. You'll figure it out. Just go to the website. Find out all the junk that's in your water. And then just read the labels of what's in your food. And then look at everything. Look at the lake. Look at some lakes, go to some rivers, have that tested. Right? We don't have a fucking climate change problem. That's the biggest lie that's happened for a long time. Klaus Schwab started working on it in 71. We have a pollution problem. There's no doubt. We don't need chemicals and spills and crap in our lakes or rivers. You know that. We don't need trash and cigarette butts getting in your mouth. I mean, I've surfed, and it just sucks when you're surfing and you go do a duck dive underneath a 5, 10, 15-foot wave and a cigarette butt gets in your mouth. And those things take forever to degrade. I mean, hemp, if most of our products were made out of hemp because it's so biodegradable and it has so many various uses, it can become a glue, it can become plates, it can become all kinds of things. It's just an amazing, pot is probably the most amazing thing out there that people don't even use, and they know that. These people are trying to kill you. The World Economic Forum. They're literally trying to kill you. They've been doing it for a long time. They know that Big Pharma makes money off of 6 people. Big Pharma doesn't make money. Big hospital, Big Pharma, big medical, let's just say umbrella at all, makes nothing if you're healthy. Nothing if you're healthy. Nothing if you're healthy. Right, let me get to this and I'll show you. I always bring this one up because this is very important. This is what they're doing. If they're able to get CBDC to work, then they don't need your money anymore. Bottom line. Then your money is meaningless to them. Your wages, your salaries, anything, your taxes, doesn't mean anything. Right? Means nothing. Hey, look, I'll put myself on there. The other thing is, mass social control. They want to be left with compliant, weak, meek, malleable, and just submissive slaves. That's what they want to be left with. That's it. That's the only people that they want left on this planet. This isn't a fucking joke. This is what they really want. They want to hoard the entire planet for themselves and their lineage. Because if you've taken the Kool-Aid in your arm for the bullshit flu thing that they scared everybody into doing, if you're a male, go do a sperm count. Go just for the hell of it. If you took 1 or 2 or 3 of them, maybe you didn't get one, or maybe you did get it in your system. Maybe you were fortunate enough just to get the regular bull crap they always give you, the seasonal stuff. But just go check anyway and find out. If you've taken it, just find out. Go see where sperm count is. Go see how things are working. See how your body's actually reacting to that. Right? Because if you have and you've got it, and we're talking about the Mary, Roger, Nancy, Alpha Kool-Aid stuff that people put in their fucking, I still got a top code. It's ridiculous. This is just, the whole thing is fucking ridiculous. It's a fucking scam. I'm telling you now. The biggest thing everybody needs to be worried about is we can't allow these people. They're not even people. They're scum creatures, just disgusting fuckers, to win this. If your legislator, your judiciary, your executive, your department head, or whoever is making, very important decisions in your community, if they're not aware that these people are out there, they need to be. And if they support them, they need to go. Get rid of them right now. If they're like, they're not nothing, goodbye, you're gone. These people are a threat, right? We're talking Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Fidelity, JP Morgan, they're just all of them. World Economic Forum, WHO, Council on Foreign Relations, the CDC needs to go. That's been a complete nightmare, right? Go to the FDA and type in recalled food products or items or whatever. It's just an endless list. Go see what's the latest, nasal or depression or stomach problem over-the-counter drug they're giving to people, or under the counter, or around the counter. What's that? What's happening with that? I mean, what happens after you take it? Look at the side effects. It's just fucking insane. They're methodically trying to kill us. I can't say with more fervor, and unless I scream it at the top of my head, but I'm trying to be as calm as fucking possible. These sick Pedo-Predator Class, aka World Economic Forum motherfuckers, right, that are all associated to this cult of depopulation and control and authoritarianism, fascism at its purest. Hitler would be shaking in his fucking boots at these people. They're sick fuckers. They need to go. So if you're whoever you think is being voted for or supports you, if they think the World Economic Forum is the way to go, then they need to fucking be gone. They need to be ousted. You do not support them. Give them a fucking dime. Anything. I want to hear out of Trump's mouth that he doesn't want to fucking have anything to do with the World Economic Forum, and he wants to fucking separate himself from, and he wants to take him down. That's the guy I want. The guy that really knows what the fuck is going on, because I really know what the fuck is going on, and I've done all the research. If they say I want to go after a full-blown investigation on this climate change crap, on the fucking fluid crap, on the fucking just tons of shit, all related to the World Economic Forum and all their members and the people that run that fucking show. Yuval Harari, Klaus Schwab, Kevin McCarthy is a young globalist. I'm still suspicious of fucking Tulsi Gabbard, who's denounced it pretty seriously. She's denounced it pretty serious. Like, I was there, did something with them, and then they put my name up. Right? But there are some people still following their direction. They're a fucking huge entity, but they've got to go. Here's the reason when you saw the first picture, and I'm gonna leave with this. All right, the first picture pretty much goes like this. Now, what the fuck did I do with that picture? Oh, there's such a lot of crap in here. There's a lot of crap in here. Did I put it over here? Hold on, put it over here. Yeah, I'll be back soon. What is that? I put it. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So this one right here. Now I'm a guy that plays chess. Not a lot. I'm not like the chess master or anything like that. But I put myself in that person's shoes fully, in the way they behave and act And these people have so much, and they want more. They continuously want more. It's, pretty natural. But they want it all. They want to hoard it all. The problem is the way they're doing it, to kill at least 2/3, murder, kill, unalive, fucking stab, wound, poison, however they want to do it. 2/3 of the planet by 2030. That's what these people want to do. Right? So that kind of species lives on. Is that how our species wants to be known as or perceived as by maybe some universal or bi-universal entity, or the Green Man, whatever? No, that would be very threatening. That could, if that's the ant farm that we're growing, let's just say I'm an alien, right? This is the good one, right? And I thought about this, and you have to put your place ahead. When you're playing chess, you got to, think it just. To me, I'm like a 2 or 3 move guy ahead, maybe 4, depending. If I'm really focused, then I can do pretty well. But we're talking, hundreds of years in the future, let's just say, or maybe 10 or 50 years or 100 years or something like that. And maybe within the next, who knows, because now aliens are around. Oh, I guess aliens are, okay, well, yeah. Of course, who knows what's out there, living and breathing and doing things. But my point here, it's very clear. My point here is very clear. And if you look at this picture and you see all the galaxies, right? Let's just say there is a form of life that's out there that's far more intelligent than we are, that does not have doesn't worry about time or space, because they're able to travel through space and time. What if that's? Let's not say that couldn't happen. Right? You have to leave your mind open to pretty much anything, because the shit that's been happening since early 2020. Let me give you a list of things. Weapons of mass destruction, bullshit. JFK, bullshit, right? 9/11, Building 7. There's so many fucking examples of how these people fucking do and pull and create the bullshit that's happening that you're seeing every fucking day, right? But down the line, and I'm talking about down the line, or even if we are an ant farm, right? That's a interesting one. And God goes, I don't think these are the people I want, or God, to move through the universe, right? To move through the universe. This is something that is very alarming, because why would you want this group of people, led by these people, to move through the universe? That if they can do that to their own, just murder and totally exterminate themselves in a very selfish manner, like the ultimate selfishness, then why would I allow them to travel through the universe to do the same thing to other watch it as I was watching Star Trek. Why would I let those people fucking cruise around in a spaceship? Right? Does that make sense? Last but not least, I want to show you this. So this right here, where is it? Right here. It's really freaking. If you ever watch it, it's very well done. It's called Love, Death, and Robots. I don't know if you've heard of it, but so this is like season 2 or 3. I'm not sure which one it is in there. And these robots are the last thing after the dystopian nightmare of the humans. We eradicated ourselves, or we destroyed ourselves. Well, it shows through here, and this is why I talk about these people that want to go build a camp out in the middle of nowhere in the forest, desert, some island, or whatever, and they think they're going to be safe from the World Economic Forum. Well, no, that's not going to happen, because they'll fucking find you. They'll find you. They already know where you're at, and if you go off the grid, they'll know where you went. They have more information on you than you do about them. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm fucking dead right. Totally right. Completely right. But this was a picture right here. And if you watch how this works, right, let me just. Some other ding dong is. Yeah. And then, so that was the off-grid people, right? Back here, this is the off-grid people that believe that they're just going to go hide and they're going to live on their own and plant their own soil and use their own grass and excuse me, use and eat their own animals and stuff like that. You think that's gonna solve everything? Just run away, right? The day I buy a silo or a fucking, I would if I lived in like Oklahoma, like in Tornado Alley. Of course, I don't even know why people live there. I don't know. I'm in fucking Missouri, so I'm right above it. We don't really get it. The western, southern tip of Missouri is a piece of Tornado Alley, but it's not as crazy as some of the other states, like the tip of Texas, Oklahoma, and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, they're going to find you. And I know you're going to protect yourself, but they've got more power and more resources. We need to take them down now. This is my point. We need to. They're going to destroy us. They're going to destroy themselves eventually, because this is such a cool little show. This Love, Death, and Rope. This is very well done, great CGI. But what these guys do is they go in, right, among humans, how the different ones, they mean survival, the wealthy, the powerful, however, he had a variety of sophisticated survival strategies, the non-stop of the robots in the old world. So they go to this other place. They arrive to this other place, and they go to where these rich people of fucking course. Hold on. Where these rich elitist people, right, hide away, and they're all out there, and what happens is, I wonder if they show it. Hopefully they'll show it. Yeah, they'll show it. It's like a Terminator, it's like a Terminator moment, stuff like that, and they had this utopias and all these places. But then what they found out is, the narrator guy's terrible. Then what they found out, and I need to pause it at there, right here, is they killed them. They ate each other and evolved into cannibalism, basically. Right? I mean, it was really bad. They couldn't survive anymore. They couldn't trust each other anymore. They were all a bunch of fucking cutthroat, 0.001% minded narcissists, and they killed each other. And it was. I mean, there's no. How do I put this? Their predictions and scenarios lead to one thing: hoarding the planet for themselves. After they do that, they think they're going to be able to create their own perfect world and society under their guidelines, under their rule of law, etc. That's it. That's what they're trying to do. If you think it's something else, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing the bottom line. If they fail, they've at least made a ton of money from governments and their taxes dollars and stuff like that, which they've done already. So they've made more than enough money since the beginning of this war, this war that started in early 2020 when the majority of the planet believed that there was something threatening them that spread across the planet, and it got them to take something that is probably the most dangerous thing on this fucking planet, and will destroy their genealogy and stuff like that. Which, like I keep saying, go check your blood, go do a blood test, go see what's in it. There really is no way that I know right now. Just to let you know, I've asked countless. I'm going to keep asking. Somebody's going to answer this question. If there's a way to test if you've actually had it, if you actually have that Mary, Roger, Nancy alpha inside of your system, right? And for some reason, some doctors, they don't want to fucking answer. It's like the people are going to want to know when you hear that the rise in deaths has raised completely for no reason. Young people dying for just who knows why. You're going to want to know if you've got it. I know I don't have it, but maybe they'll sneak it in my food. Maybe a fucking mosquito will fucking poke me in. There you go, I've got it. Because these people are fucking they're relentless, man. These fuckers are. So we have to be more relentless. We need to tell our legislators, our judiciaries, our executives, our department heads, fuck them. They don't give a fuck about you. This whole thing, the history and all this stuff of the climate change and all that, everything, pyramids, and we're talking a lot of things out there just need to be reinvestigated by people that aren't compromised. By unbiased, like 3 or 4, maybe 5. Let's go with 5. 5 experts, this side, that side, the other side, somebody, and just look at all the data, look at all the information, and find out what's really going on. Because I don't trust these fuckers. They're making stupid decisions. And the funny thing about this is at the end of this little thing, and I'll play it from here. Where is it? Right here. Let's see here.
Food sources drove them to extreme measures like cannibalism. Even then, the final stage was helplessly starving to death. Just when one of the robots starts to get depressed about the fate of the humans, it realizes that some of them made their way out of the planet.
And this trip is really starting to depress me. Did any of these humans anywhere survive?
The insanely rich, the 1% of humans, turned a blind eye to the plight of billions and built spaceships and technology to settle on Mars.
Are you saying they went to Mars?
Finally, the robots find footage of one of the spaceships actually being successfully launched, and the last scene is the one that steals the show, with the landscape being that of Mars. You see a figure in space gear enjoying a drink, and suddenly the helmet rolls up to reveal a talking cat inside.
Who are you expecting? Elon Musk?
Yeah, I don't see Mars being. That's like the worst place to live. Let me explain what Mars is probably good for us to build our technology to move through space. I get that, but as far as inhabiting the entire planet of Mars, this has got to be the most unsafest, stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. Now, I understand having a base there just so we can move ourselves through space and time and do some tests. That's fine. That makes good sense to me. But if you want to go, I can't wait to live on Mars. What? Yeah, just step outside. Step outside for 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, you'll kind of get, if you've seen the movie, what was that movie with Total Recall, right? The first one. When Arnold Schwarzenegger, they go out and they get pushed out by something that throws them out into the atmosphere of Mars, and they're just, their face contorts pretty bad. They're just suffocating. It's really bad, and that's probably a prettier picture of what would actually happen to you, but it's bad. Here's my point. Again, back to my point, and I think it's very important. 202-224-3121. That's 202-224-3121 is the operator for a House of Representatives or a senator, and you need to call them and you need to let them know that if you or anybody in your campaign has anything to do with the World Economic Forum, I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah, there's 202-224-3121. Right? No WEF, no WHO, no NATO, no UN, none of that. Party Exodus shouldn't be good. I got to take that out. But anyway, that's it. That's pretty much it. What they're doing is just beyond, evil. As I've said, good and evil is a perception, but joy and pain is kind of a perception too. But the thing is it's if they're willing to kill off a third or 2/3 of the planet so they can hoard the planet for themselves, right? Because that's what we need to do. They're going to trick you into this. They already have a lot of people. Like I said, there's tons of proof to show that these people have a ton of money behind them, and they get their rewards. Davos meeting, tons of money. I don't know whatever your fight is or whatever you're doing right now, but the number one thing I'm saying to you is you've got to make that call. You've got to go talk to your legislator, judiciary, executive, or department head and say, no, this isn't going to work. What they're doing is wrong. Just think about it. Depopulation, what does that mean? If somebody brings up the word depopulation like it's a good thing, then you need to ask the immediate question, and here's the question. Do you want me to die? Or do you go first? Whose family dies first? Your family? No. My family? No. Then yes. Whose goes first? Who? It's war. Somebody says depopulation to me, then that's fucking war. That's war. Because what is war? You're trying to get rid of as many people on that side so you can beat that side. It's like dodgeball, right? But instead, like bullets. If anybody believes in depopulation and thinks that's the cure, then that's the question. So who goes first? My lineage, my family, my bloodline? Is that who goes first? What about yours? How about yours? Do you care about yours? And some people will say, I'll kill myself right now just to save the world. They're fucking lunatics out there. There's a better way. There is definitely a better way. And the better way is reaching out to each other, having conversations, using the technology that they have to bring in the control of the people, especially the U.S. voting republic. They should have control over everything, which they don't. Which you don't. And we need to, because this is just out of hand. And having conversations on what we need to do for the pollution, what we need to do to make sure that we're moving to Plan B, Planet B, right? Not at the Elon Musk rate. That just seems so fucking 50s and 60s. If we can make sure that they're not using the CERN Hadron Collider, which is very alarming, by the way, for the benefit of, let's just say if they can, which I'm sure they're trying to find out. But I'm also sure if we have, I'm not totally sure, but I think if we have a process of how we're going to systematically travel through space, maybe we can find a planet B. And then somebody's going to go, oh, but you're going to destroy that and terraform it or whatever. Da, da, da. Yeah, we are. Because you know how many planets are in the fucking universe? You don't know. You know how many habitable planets are in the universe? I think they had 3 like 20 years ago that they spotted. Now that we're at like thousands. They're called they're in the Goldilocks zone, something similar to our sun, with just in the right distance, possibly. But we need to be able to explore these, and we need to be able to do it quick. So I don't want to send any more money for war. I don't want to get I don't want any more of our resources going to big pharma and these fucking World Economic Forum fucks. That's for sure. They should be thrown in jail, and all their fucking money should go back to fucking doing research on how we can move through space and time. Because guess what? We are nomadic. Nomadic means we're travelers. We're hunter-gatherers. We always have. When we started off, we were hunter and gathering, and we usually followed the herd, right? We'd follow the buffalo, or we follow the herd, or we follow the whatever bison that were out there across the planet. But we always moved with the weather, the seasons as well. So right now, it's important for us to know in our hearts we're voyagers. We're all voyagers. The Hawaiians sailed across the Pacific. Vikings sailed across the Atlantic. Many Filipinos were great sailors. People don't even realize that. And the Aussies are kicking our ass and fucking the America's Cup. Don't get me started on that. You should check that out. The America's Cup sailing is just fucking phenomenal. Last but not least, and I am going to leave with this, I promise. Mostly, we have to absolutely and completely eradicate this planet of these fucking Pedo-Predator Class sick fucks that just think they're thinking and they're doing and everything that is above everybody else, and you're just, to them, I mean, Madeleine Albright put it right. I mean, exposed herself perfectly. Was it worth it to kill men, women, and children? 500,000? Yes, it was. These people are just you're to these people, you are less than an ant. They need to go. This mentality needs to stop. Okay, bottom line. So, yeah, take care of each other. Take care of yourself, most of all. I always tell my kids, if you can't take care of yourself, don't even think about taking care of somebody else, right? Take care of your village, take care of your neighbors, take care of your state, your city, your state, your county. Make sure, you're good. And also, let's get rid of these fucking Pedo-Predator Class pieces of shit. And I'm talking making sure that your politicians or your department heads, all these people that that portray that they're there for you, are getting rid of them. Have that plan in mind. Not just, I don't know if they're a real threat. No, they are. Get rid of them. They are. They're a complete threat. They're the largest threat to this planet. The World Economic Forum. I don't care. Tell me anybody. Give me anybody. Right? Biden doesn't get his fucking marching orders from Obama. He gets them from the World Economic Forum. He had stated in many.
Got local environmental problems, regional problems like acid rain. Now we've got a whole new category of global or strategic problems, which include the hole in the ozone layer, which now could appear above the United States, global climate change, the destruction of the rainforest at a rate that means they'll be totally gone in another few decades unless we stop, the pollution of the oceans and the atmosphere, and the like. These represent brand new challenges that call for a new kind of response.
Rush, I've listened to you many afternoons, as you know, and you tend to, I don't want to say you dismiss all of these issues, but at least you dismiss them as having been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Well, absolutely. I don't think that there's anything conclusive about what...
There's nothing. So Rush was right, and I fucking did all the research. Could a small nuclear war reverse global warming? This isn't Huffington Post. All right? This is what they want to do. They're actually thinking about, could a small nuclear warhead reverse global warming? Huffington Post. What the fuck? This is they put that. Like you're contemplating blowing up shit to save shit. This is their thinking. They're just a bunch of fuck. Oh, God damn it. I swear to God. As brutal as this is for you, for me, it's probably worse for you. Because I posted this where Obama was saying back in like 2008, back in like 2006 or 7, talking about the New World Order, because we don't have the ability to, and these are his own words. I remember him saying that shit. I remember him that newsreel coming out, and then they took it down everywhere, but some people saved it, and it showed him saying that we are too small-minded to. Oh look, there's Mike and Obama together right there, and look, Klaus Schwab's lovely daughter wants to tell you that permanent climate lockdowns are coming. Yeah. I'm fucking telling you. Right? Oh, Bronny James went down, by the way. And here's this shit here. Rand Paul says located is the biggest funder of manufacturers' disease outbreaks. What? And me just reading that will probably get this fucking taken down. Motherfuck. Yeah, probably. Anyway, there's a lot of... It's in there. Look it up. If you need it, I'll find it for you. Just let me know. But these people are just shit, fuck, crap. And this is urgent. This is serious. These people are not stopping. They've got a ton of money, a ton of influence, a ton of power. They've got control of fucking everyone and everything. The last hope is this country. I'm telling you right now, the very last hope is this country. Because if this fucking continues, it's going to get worse. It's going to get much worse. Like it's not already bad now. What? Right? I mean, we have to stop being so malleable and start fucking pushing back. Call your fucking senator. Go and protest at somewhere, I've been out protesting 3 times. Like, I need to do it here in Missouri. Just my hours kind of mess me up. But if go to DIYLiberty.org and then and it'll fucking kind of guide you through on how to do all this. I'm telling you, these people are nasty. Fucking nasty motherfuckers. All right? It's just horrific, horrendous. Yeah, so go here, right? Or stopthewef.org or DIYLiberty.org and just look at how that works and what the instructions and what to do. They're not the instructions, they're more suggestions. But they're not stupid. There's some few typos here and there. I fucking did all this myself. Carrie helped me a little bit. Stevie did too a little bit. But most of the stuff is on me. And if you think I need to fix it or shorten it up or do anything, or if you have any comments about it, let me know. But I'm going to say right now, get off your ass, make that phone call, send that email, go out and protest, do not comply, revolt if push comes to shove, yeah, there's probably going to be a revolt. Because these people are not stopping. Like I said, if our own government doesn't stop their agenda, we're fucked. That's all I'm saying. All right? That's all I'm saying. All right? I want to say thank you for being here. Super Aloha Shaka.